Forecast Ordinary, episode 5. Don't know about you, but I've been waiting for this one. I'm ready, mate.
Yeah, we've all been waiting for this one.
What you all don't know is we were here a couple of days ago. We recorded a whole episode, and then we found out there was a problem with the mic, so that had to get thrown out.
Cheap shit, innit?
So, I mean, so I'm ready. I'm raring to go. Not only that, but you might notice I'm a little bit excited. It's not only because of the Red Bull. You've been depressed, haven't you, of late?
I have. I'm glad that makes you excited. Because it doesn't make me excited.
So yeah, I was hoping to kick us off.
With a chat of depression, or?
Yeah, I wanted to know, because you're like a brother to me. I care about you, and I'm going to help you through any of the tough times you might be going through. Right. So,
It's like a stitch up already.
No, I really, honestly, I thought this is like therapy. So, yeah, no, but in all seriousness, you've been feeling pretty low for the last couple of days.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's been the last 2 weeks ish. I
had some ideas what it might.
I bet you did. Yeah, I bet you had some.
And stop me if I'm wrong. But is it because so far in your life you've achieved very, very little, or practically nothing?
Well, I hadn't thought of.
I mean, you're here with me. That is an achievement.
It's always an issue, isn't it, in your life? Do you know what I mean? You've been there yourself.
Yeah,
I mean, worse outcomes than I have from depression.
When I was younger. No, that is true actually. We've all been through it. I've been there. Been.
You know what was weird though? Actually, was about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
You had a stint of it.
Did I?
And I kept coming to you, and I would make jokes and shit, and you'd be all like miserable and like fucking, and I was like, what's the matter with you? And you were like, I don't know, it's just weird mood, innit? It happens, it comes and goes. You had it a few months ago.
I remember, and there was no real
there was nothing
reason.
You couldn't put it on, and that's the thing. I can't even put my finger on what it is. It's just, I mean, the closest point I could make is not that much sleep, I guess, for a couple of weeks, and that added up and up gives this sort of...
Is this anything to do with the NoFap?
Have you gone back in a way?
And that's what I wanted to ask. Have you gone back to your old ways?
No, I haven't. I'm still not down with the faps.
Do you know what lifts me out of a funk?
Yeah, let's have a
these days. It's watching back these.
Right.
I know we should be more humble, but honestly, when I watch back these episodes, especially 3 and 4, it does make me smile, does make me laugh, and I do think we are legends in the making, on the rise.
I hope that whatever it is,
particularly.
Right. I hope that whatever it is, I can kick it out this week, man, because I don't want it anymore.
But let's try and dig deeper. What's gone on this week that may or may not
absolutely
triggered
nothing.
It off? Nothing.
I haven't really got any big new. I haven't really got anything to tell you. Honestly, I think mainly it is about sleep. If you don't sleep.
So on the home front, relationship wise, everything's all smooth, plain sailing. No arguments. No ups and downs.
Not really.
No.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
It's weird. Okay. Work life. How's that treating you?
Well, everyone seems to be a bit miserable at work at the minute.
They do.
It's just a weird vibe that is going on at the minute. And I'll tell you what is another additive to this is
another what additive?
Another addition, let's say, is when I've never had hay fever in my life. Nightmare. Suddenly, started sneezing like literally non-stop. Feels like I've got a cold all day.
You've probably got a cold.
Could have a cold. No, I don't know honestly what it is. We'll see tomorrow, because I don't really feel like I got a cold. But I tell you what, something did happen today that was very funny. Actually, I want to share this because maybe I did mention it last week. But an old friend of mine came out of the blue and he was like, "Oh yeah, Jay, what? It's my 40th birthday coming up. Did I tell you about this?"
No.
He was like, "Yes, my 40th birthday next month. I'm wondering what should I do to what should I do? Should I do? What was he saying? Like celebrate or what should I
Should I
do?
have this party, or should I have a party, or should I invite some?
It was
something
something about he wanted to go big or something, and he was asking me what he should do.
Should he go large? Was the question.
And actually, he said, I've been thinking about what kind of. Let me just check actually, because I'm missing a word here, and it'll just be too funny if I can get the correct word, and it does get funny. So, Jay, it's my 40th coming up soon. I'm wondering what kind of event I should have for my 40th. Do you know what I mean? And my reply was, yeah, bloody funeral. Now
that's nice.
I didn't even mean it like that, and I've been blocked. So I've been blocked and deleted.
Well, that's changed. I was gonna go this way. I was gonna say, people don't realise the guy he's talking to. It's not as funny in itself if you don't know the people involved. But the guy involved, he's a bit of a geek. He doesn't have many friends. Rather like the guy we talked about, whose trainers you writ on, remember, a long time ago. So yeah, he's reaching out.
Just trying to politely reach out for his 40th for ideas off his few friends he has, and then I throw him down a funeral for your 40th.
Yeah.
How?
So
that is.
So yeah, and that, although now, if someone blocks you over that, which is something that's clearly a joke, then yeah, I hope he did die. Yeah. I hope he did die. I never liked him anyway, if I'm honest. He looked like a fucking
Donald Trump,
something out of Lord of the Rings,
or Freddy Krueger or something.
Yeah, but but Freddy Krueger was in proportion, mate. You know what I mean? This guy's. Anyway, no, we shouldn't slag off the.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that's the only funny side of the last 2 weeks I have to offer you. That's how depressed and miserable my shit is right now.
Right. Okay. Well.
looking at niggas.
Well, I'll tell you what. This my sister commented on one of the previous videos. So I'll ask you. It was a question for you. She wanted to know why on, I don't know which episode it was. Why the episode where the blue and white sweater you had on,
white over navy, yeah.
And I think you had
the knit.
Who speaks like that?
Do you know what I mean?
And I think you had a scarf on as well. He'd really brought out the big
Who speaks like that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But anyway, her question to you was,
yeah.
Why were you wearing a women's sweatshirt?
Well, you see, the thing is, I take that as a little bit of a compliment, because with your sister, you said, right?
Yeah, Deb.
Oh, the one that's always tried to get in with me. Yeah, of course. I can see that, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's not really a woman's sweater. It was cold. You know what I mean? I was just rocking out.
Can I actually just refocus this?
White over navy.
I know Deb will want the full HD version.
On me, yeah, she will, yeah. Actually, do you remember?
Is this right? Or?
It's a little more in focus than that, mate. The other way. Yeah. Little more. Bang on, I'd say. Okay. Yeah, right there.
There you go, Deb. Don't tell me I don't ever do anything for you.
So yeah, the thing is, right, is a long time ago, I remember you. Of course, we talked about this before. I used to go down to yours to play basketball.
So you're gonna avoid the sweatshirt completely?
Oh, that's nothing. That I was just rocking it up,
experimenting.
just wearing a usual sweater. Yeah. So you used to ask me to go down to play basketball at yours sometimes, and I used to.
You've got 3 on at the moment.
I've got a t-shirt. And I've got a sweater, and I got this, but this sweater's pretty thin.
Weight loss still giving you a problem?
Yeah, it's still there. It's still there. Yeah.
Okay, but sorry, no, go on. You had
yeah. So anyway, I used to go down and play at yours. You used to come to mine and whatever. But the moment that I started to think that something weird was going on is when you started to ask me for sleepovers and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I was like, who does that? Do you know what I mean?
Who did that?
Who did that? And that's the thing, Deb. It's just to get to this, and I knew it was, and
well, she must have been paying me off for me to ask.
I don't know what, like you were getting extra waffles or fucking hash browns or something.
She didn't play with food. She didn't give.
That was true. She was a big girl back then. She still is a big girl.
You know, like when you were kids, like you got older brothers and stuff. I don't know if you ever tried this. If you were like me, you didn't really have an appetite, and you wanted to get rid of some of the food, and you try and palm it off on the younger. Yeah. Well, Deb was the reverse way. Right. try and like scrape off food onto her own plate. I mean, that
Makes
suited
sense,
me
yeah,
at the
makes
time.
sense.
But yeah, anyway, sorry, I went off. But yeah,
she was
sleepovers.
a big girl. Yeah, so I mean, I went for a couple of sleepovers, and one I remember in particular was about 5 people were in the bedroom. It was you were in there, I was in there, she was in there, another of her friends, and maybe some young lad from down the street or whatever just stayed late that evening or whatever. And the lights.
The young
Started
lad. Now, before you go any further, is this
You
related
remember
to
the
that?
guy, yeah? You
Because
remember
I have this story, okay, about her and something to do with this
Right.
young lad.
Yeah.
And if I tell the story, she'll say I'm lying. But to prove it to anyone that I've told the story to out there that knows us, I'm not going to say anything. I hope he's going to touch on this, and it sounds like he might.
Maybe,
And
I'm
then
not
you
sure
will
if
know
I
it,
know
it
it
is,
or...
it is
Yeah.
the truth. Okay.
So anyway,
But
I'll
sorry.
finish mine first, and
Yeah.
then I think I remember it was an evening about 9ish. Your mum was downstairs doing ironing, something like that. Your dad was running around being suspicious as always, because I could hear that cat.
Opening doors really quick.
That's exactly what happened. So
What's going on in here?
yeah, that's.
What am I missing out on? Fucking clown.
So what happened was it was about 9 in the evening. We were all in that room. I was sat on the bed next to her. I don't know how it got to that. I was holding hands. I'm not gonna lie.
that
She did.
makes me feel
She
physically
did
sick.
request that, and I just thought, whatever. I'll
And
get out of
how old were we around this?
I think I was about. I joined secondary school, so I was about 13, 14. So that would make what is she, a year younger or something?
Yeah. So that's not quite the way I was going.
No,
Let's
I'll
see
get
if this
to
tips
that. I'll
you
get
off.
there.
She traded you in for a younger model, didn't
No,
she?
no, no. This is the thing, right? This is the thing. That evening went nowhere
Okay.
because the lights. You got to imagine this, right? You got suspicious dad running around the house, and then you've got a room full of 5 or 6, 13 or 14.
Knowing that, rightly so, this guy would be trying to take advantage of his,
his daughter.
innocent daughter, as large as she was.
Yeah. No, so you got to picture this, right? Most of the lights are on in the house.
Yeah.
That particular bedroom light goes off. And there's people dotted around the room, but there's 2
Hide and seek, innit?
sitting at 14. There's 2 sitting on the edge of a bed holding hands. And then the door suddenly swings open, and it's old suspicious bollocks, and he comes running in, and he's like, what's going on in here? You know, doing the usual. That's when your side of the story comes, because that's the last time she tried it with me.
Tried it on with you.
Yeah, and I think then she went to this little lad called John down the road, who was about 8.
He was an easier mark, wasn't he?
8, 9, well, yeah, at 8.
I'm glad you said that.
Who's
How
not
old
gonna
was
be
she
easy,
again?
about 14. So
Okay, it was 15 as I reckon.
I think I was
Okay.
about 14, 15. She would have been 13, 14, and that lad was 8. You know, and I was, all I could do was when I went down play basketball or whatever, I seen her sniffing around, and I was like, do you know what I mean? She's twice the size of the lad. Do you know what I mean? I mean, she was twice the size of me back then, but still is. But anyway, that's what you know. And I was like, damn, cats have got to go that way. You know. Damn. It makes me wonder: was he getting dragged into rooms? Sitting on beds
a
with
sombering
with you know with cats like flying around opening doors on the spotlight trying to catch people out and stuff. Damn.
Yeah, I never
Thankful.
quite understood it myself. She's denied it ever since, of course.
Of course, yeah.
John, if you're listening, get in touch. Maybe you can shed some light.
There's
on
another
the
one
whole-
who's not going to get into it.
whole. No, I actually spoke to him.
Really?
Not too long ago. Every now and again.
Damn.
He's a bit of a traveller now. He's all over
Yeah.
the shop. Brazil, the last time I heard. So
Well, he obviously wasn't waiting around for her.
So yeah. Anyway, that's that little insight into my
Yeah.
sister, one of them. But yeah, I'll mention this now because we've talked about this and we discussed it in the last in a recorded episode that didn't actually get recorded because of technical difficulties. But I set him a challenge. Okay, and he foolishly accepted the challenge. Unfortunately, I've agreed to take up the
That's-
same challenge.
that's why I
this was the only
accepted
one.
the challenge, yeah.
This is the only reason he agreed. I will take on the same challenge next.
Not the same. It will
Podcast.
be my choice
Okay.
of challenge.
So the challenge was he had to get a comment. He had to comment on someone's YouTube channel. someone obviously quite famous, okay, with well known, and he had to get the comment responded to, not with a like or a heart. Someone had to actually write back to him, okay, and if he could do that successfully, he doesn't have to take my forfeit. The forfeit I wanted to give him was he had to suck a dick. Okay. Now, obviously,
Jesus. It's a bit full on.
We come to a compromise, and we negotiated a dildo, a plastic dick, which I'm gonna prepare for next week's show, because I'm sure no one's going to reply to his comment, and
I'm sure no one's going to watch this video.
And
although actually, when people hear about people taking dicks, they suddenly pipe up and want more. So yeah, but I'm not taking no dicks. I'm telling you.
So I gave him to the end of the episode, and at the end of the episode, he come up with this, and he's commented.
Have you got it? You pulled it up?
I've got it. I've got it here. So he did comment. And
do you want me to read it? Because it's just I wrote it. I should.
So we should say, while I find it, we were talking in that elusive episode about Bobby Lee. He's a famous stand-up comedian. He's got his Tiger Belly podcast is our featured channel on this channel.
Yeah, you watch a lot of that guy's.
Yeah,
I don't really watch much of it. I've seen little glimpses and that, but
yeah, he's a genuine
really got into
legend whose footsteps we hope to follow in, podcast wise. So, but his brother, Stevie Lee, he also has a podcast, and the line of thinking was, Bobby, he's too big. He's not going to look at the comments. He's not going to comment back. Stevie, still getting off the ground somewhat. He may see this comment, and there's a hope that someone comments back. Okay, so it's called the Stevie Weeby Show, and if I pull up the comment, it was on his episode 49 of the Stevie Weeby Show. The comment was, and I'll give it to you to read out.
Because I thought the comment was actually quite funny that I wrote.
To be honest, you pulled one out, and I think if that doesn't get an answer, nothing will.
Well,
okay.
And how long has it been on? A week?
It's been on
4 days.
A few days.
I'm taking a dick by the looks of it.
Yeah.
So it says anyway, Stevie Weebleston, I need you to reply. If you don't, I have to suck a dick. This is no joke. I swear to God, no cats want to take a dick, man. Save me.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's
crummy little. Right. Okay.
So
I didn't see that bit.
So
what does it say? Don't reply to.
no, it doesn't.
Nobody.
No, I haven't interfered. So if that doesn't get a comment back, then nothing will.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure it's going to, mate, because the guy's got like in the thousands, tens of thousands of followers, and hundreds of hits for his videos. He ain't going to save anyone like me. He's going to wait for it to pop up and think, oh, I'll let that guy take a dick.
Yeah, and so he's got a few more days, and until we record the next episode, and I will have the merchandise prepared for you.
Yeah, I have no doubt. And you better believe it will be returned tenfold in the next coming weeks.
Okay. By the way, my challenge is going to be the same challenge. I mean, a different forfeit, but the challenge will remain the same. Surely that's fair.
Yeah,
or you're going to go with a different.
No, it'll be the same. But like you gave me the name of that person's channel to comment on,
I think we stick with the same.
Gonna give.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So we're not going to go with the same field. We're going to go. It's up to you.
It has to be the same field, but another guy.
Okay.
A different comedio.
But similar level.
Similar level, yeah, of course.
Okay. I don't want to hear you pulling out Ricky Gervais out the bag.
Yeah, well,
okay.
Close, but.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So. We'll keep you posted on that.
You know what? I should have commented on Mario's line. I maybe there's more chance.
I'll tell you what.
Mario.
I've sent a comment to Mario. Remember, we dedicated a whole episode to Mario, and
Mario's gone.
He's nowhere to be seen. I haven't seen hide nor hair of Mario. So.
Screw that guy.
Yeah, no, he'll get. I've got faith. He'll get back to us in time. So what I'm going to do is kick us off with, because as usual I've turned up prepared, and Mr. Manic Depressive over here has
Every time, mate. Got it all in my head.
come bearing
Every time.
fuck all. Okay, well, just a few silly questions.
Yeah, go on. Oh,
I still think
sure
viewers.
said questions were getting.
I
see.
I just didn't want.
I see. It's been turned on. You didn't want to answer them. It's been switched on me. I'm the fall guy.
Absolutely true. I told him to let's steer clear.
Let's get
of
on to Mr.
the
Happy.
internet questions
Yeah.
because
No.
they
All right. Yeah. Fair enough.
they don't.
Fair enough.
There's no comedy
Get
there,
on with
but but there was a few that did. So okay, so first of all, if your 5-year-old self was suddenly in control of your body,
You know, this was one of the ones I was going to read out. This
Okay.
was in my list.
So if
Jesus
your
Christ.
5-year-old self was
Yeah.
suddenly in control of your body now, what do you think you would do? What would your 5-year-old self do?
Open that door and probably fall down all of those stairs and die.
Okay, let's assume he's got all the physical capabilities, he can walk and everything else, but I mean, he wakes up, he's in your body, he knows, you know, he looks down, he goes, my dick's got smaller, I know I've lost weight, but after that, what would he do?
Well, I mean, the thing is, yeah, those stairs are pretty sharp, aren't they? Pretty steep.
Yeah, we don't have to get bogged down in stairs, I mean, there's other things.
Maybe I'll take a look around this room, crush myself under some weight over there, I guess, something like that.
Okay, so you're dead.
Either way, yeah, I'm not leaving this room alive.
Okay, then let's reverse it, okay?
Yeah.
Your mind now, and you're aware it's going to happen. This isn't like a surprise. You don't wake up and it's a shock. You know that for a certain amount of time, your adult mind, I say adult, your
overly
adult
intelligent
mind gets transferred into your 5-year-old self's body. Okay?
See, if it was that way, I'd have a lot of fun with it.
Okay, what would you do?
Because I'm a bit of a, I'm a bit different to other people. I think anyway. I would
certainly.
I would go. I would go shooting down those stairs, and I'd open the door, and I'd go legging it down the street, going
looking
fuck
for more
you,
stairs, looking for stairs,
dickheads, fuck you, and then just yeah, I think that would be quite funny because I think people wouldn't really.
So that's it. You've had this amazing miracle. This blessing, this.
Well, that's
and
you're
gonna run down the street. Going, fuck you, fuck you.
That's my initial thing that I would do. Of course, when I've calmed down a little bit, I would. I'd just maybe go into. The thing is, you can't. This is not exactly England, so different languages. But I'd try and have some like proper solid conversation with someone, so that they think, fucking hell.
Go,
this 5-year-old.
You're meant to be 5, but you act like a fucking 3.5-year-old. You've got the
body
intelligence,
of it, but no, I'd say.
Actually, no.
I would. That's the first thing I'd do, and then.
See, I think you'd be a little bit more deviant.
What do you think I'd do?
I think you'd be straight in the ladies' bathroom or something like that.
I don't think I would. Well,
really?
It would come to it. It would come to it, but because you couldn't deny a little look. Do you know what I mean? But obviously,
no. But there's got to be something. What would you do if you got a limited time? You got 2 hours.
It would be on the list, yeah.
Okay, but where would you go? You wouldn't. Would it be a bathroom?
Well, I've got my car straight out there, so I'd take the car, I'd go to some sort of.
You get pulled over immediately. Actually, probably not in Japan.
Probably not. No.
I probably wouldn't even notice.
I would go
5-year-old driving an RS.
I would go to one of those bathhouses, and I'd try and get into the women's side, I guess, have a little butcher's. But it's strict, isn't it? People would be soon on you saying, "Hey, get out of here." And then that's when I'll be, fuck you. You get out of here, bitch. Black bitch. It's not even black, but yeah, that's what I do anyway, because I think that's pretty funny. But I'd have a go. I'd definitely have a go. 2 hours is cutting it, but I'd have a go. 2 hours is pretty tight.
All right.
I'll do it. I'll try it.
Well, what is something that everyone looks stupid doing? So give that some thought for a second. The first one that comes to mind for me is having a shit and wiping your ass. If someone opened the door suddenly and caught you in a spotlight, and you're there, pants down. I think that's one. That's the first one that jumps into
I mean,
my
other
head.
things, maybe doing the deed, innit? getting caught mid-fap or something, do you know what I mean, would be a little bit...
Mid-fap? Well, I think it depends who catches you, but yeah. I mean, okay, right, any others?
I always think, of course, no one's really catching you doing it, but I think when I look... When I just seeing like random like looking at me, or like just...
No.
And then just looking back, like, what is this? I'm just here. You just see me there.
I just remembered a Ricky Gervais joke.
Some boggling eyes.
He said something about, I think it was Ricky Gervais or Jimmy Carr. I can't remember which of the two. And they said,
Jimmy Carr. That's
it would be terrible.
Like
it would be terrible having your mum walk in on you fapping.
I think that was Jimmy Carr.
And then he said, but the other way round is worse.
Well, yeah, definitely that is pretty bad. But no, I was gonna say like. Now, this is a weird one, but like skydiving or something. I always think people look weird doing that because their mouths are all pulled back and they're all... Blah, blah, blah.
They do, but we used to seeing that. Well, that's
all
over YouTube.
I don't see that.
Really?
I don't see that very often. And someone's always got a dickhead face and stuff.
Well, if we're talking about the naked ones, you sent me a video.
That thing talking to you when it's...
Can you describe that video?
I think everyone has seen that video doing the rounds. I think they have. And all that is some woman who's nude, right? And she's going... flying down, and you see her. Do you see her face or something?
It's not
just
a face.
Normal, but
it's
then
not a face, is it?
Goes down, and it's on the faps, and it's going blah, 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 and it's going down, and it sounds like it's talking and stuff to you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, like stuff like that. I'm not keen on.
I don't think it sounded like it was talking to anyone else.
Well, it was shouting at someone, like it was going.
Okay.
And it was going around going blah, 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 blah. I think.
Okay, well, okay, what's something okay to do sometimes, but not every day? If you do it every day, it gets weird, or it gets,
It's a tricky question, isn't it, that? It's a bit of a difficult one. Some in this country might say having a little piss outside or something. A public piss, you know what I mean? You do it once or twice, but after that it becomes a little too much sort of thing.
Are you talking about at work, like round the side of work?
Just a quick one round the side.
All right, Marge, you just go. I'll be in a minute. Zip. No,
won't happen again. Yeah, same place the next day, just having a little zippity-doo.
That wasn't the answer I was expecting.
Yeah, I can't put anything on that question. It's weird.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn? Now, I'll kick you off.
I've got something.
Because
you've got something for yourself? Or?
For you.
Of course. Should have known. Because I've got actually something as well that's a bit weird.
And it's at college. Do you remember? It was
I
really
do not
funny.
Regret it, mate. I went through a phase.
This was classic, right? He went through phase. So
this
what he
is
did
well
was,
out of focus again, isn't it?
I know.
This is really weird. Does it
It's not
shows like this as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is how it's...
Unfortunately.
Is it?
Yeah, that'll do, I guess. That's the best you can really do. It's going to be gone
I don't know what's wrong with
10 seconds anyway.
Autofocus my arse. But anyway,
it's a little bit better.
At at college, yeah. So what he would do, he would have faith.
And you know the funny thing about this, where you're going with this makes me look like I lied a couple of episodes back.
Does it?
But you tell it then.
Okay. So what would happen is like people. When you get to college, so you go through high school, and towards the end of high school, college, you start to find yourself. Either you're in the hip hop crew, or you're the mod style, whatever it may be, and you fit into group. He had a different outlook. He thought he could just chop and change as he pleased.
I did go through a couple.
No one would notice. So what he'd do is there was a TV show called The 70s Show, and he went through a phase, and I think it was towards the beginning of college, and he'd dress like that, tight jeans, flares, all the
not
the
quite
works.
flares.
No,
they were.
There were some flares being worn. Okay, there were some flares.
Well, a little bit.
And he went through this, and it was a bit awkward for me to be seen being a hip hop head, and it was a bit weird.
It was weird for me because I was dressing like that, but playing hip hop
like a girl
shit in my head.
Those jeans were so tight, and anyway, so he did that, and then. I think he realised he was becoming an outcast. And then, in the end, and partly through my persuasion, because comedy, I persuaded him, again, I said, hey, look, you're into the music, you like hip-hop and all that, start to dress like me, get the...
No, I don't think
I'll show you all the best places.
Oh, yeah? Where did we go? TK Maxx?
No, you
That's where
you showed
went.
me that place.
Jesus Christ.
Fubu was big at the time. I'll show you the place to get the jeans or whatever else. And you were like, are people going to think I'm weird? Just jumping ship? Nah, it'd be cool. And anyway, I talked him into it, and he did. He switched, and for next week I'll have the photo to show you. There's a photo. You know the one?
I know the one. Yeah. I know that one. Yeah.
And that, Anyway, so then he just switched. So imagine overnight, literally overnight or over the weekend, this guy went from 70s show to LL Cool J. But
I can't really
white version.
So I can't really
dispute that.
I can't exactly give an excuse for that. I don't know what happened. I was really into the hip hop scene, and I wanted to dress like that, but at the same time I also wanted to go the other route. So I drastically switched and changed. And some people could have mistaken me for another person, I guess.
Not another person. Yeah, but I mean, you can imagine the laughs I got out of that. So that was good. But what were you going to say about the embarrassing thing?
Nothing. It's nothing.
No, go on.
It's gone.
Go on. There was something. Go on. Just be honest. If you've got one for me,
because we were talking about following blacks.
Yeah.
And I was giving it the big and saying you were the one who wanted to follow blacks around.
But as people can see, it's always been you.
In the end, it turned out that I was the one who changed to wearing fully black clothes. It was like I had a big, massive blue FUBU jacket. I had baggy FUBU jeans. I had Timberland boots. Maybe I even had a head fucking band. Or some bullshit like that. You
had the visors, the FUBU visor.
Do you remember? Yeah.
Off at the side.
This was the worst bit that we did. I did, didn't I? Damn. But the thing is, yeah.
And didn't you have like the flag? What do you call it? The headscarf hanging out. Didn't I tell you if you hang it out one side of your or pull up one leg of your jeans and that'll make you look cool. And you did all that. You did all that shit.
But the thing is, the worst thing I possibly did was. When we went to New York together, right? I was wearing normal clothes there, kind of. And I remember ice was a big thing, right?
Ice.
So we both came back with these fake ass glass things, and it was like a massive cross. Like, look, you've got to imagine.
I bought the big Rough Riders,
the big round thing.
It was a big Rough Riders.
Yeah,
they look like
platinum,
fake diamonds.
And I got a cross.
Obviously, I didn't wear that shit out.
He did a little bit. He did, and you did bring it to school. To college, you did it because I did it at the same day.
No, don't you remember? I went for the twisted platinum chain. No, not even a chain. It's like a rope. It looked like a rope.
Didn't you just take off?
And I took off the big
and ditched
ridiculous
me with the cross that was as big as my.
But I persuade you. I say, no, that looks the shit. Wear it. You've got the thing. You can pull it off. And you again.
I think I did try, because I'm all for these sort of trying funny things. I'll take a funny outcome on those things. It wasn't like I was seriously going, fucking, does it look good? How can I pull this off? Do you know what I mean? Because the blacks are around there, we got to impress them. It wasn't any of that.
So he was,
But it's just a coincidence.
The blacks were laughing at you, mate.
Well,
me included. And they were they were laughing.
That's a shame.
And
but I stuck by those blacks.
I forgot about that.
Eggy face blacks. I stuck by them. But anyway, it's a massive coincidence that happened because I did not want to go round near those blacks, but you did. That's the story. That stays. But I was keen on the hip hop things, and I did partake in a little bit of FUBU and. Maybe.
And wasn't it was like when the first Eminem album dropped, and
it was there.
That was what I.
It was
Ja Rule. Push you over the.
It was LL was there, Ashanti and all those niggas.
And you know what else? We used to rap, and you used to do Snoop Dogg's voice. And
yeah,
you can still do that.
I can't. I've tried. Believe me, no. I've tried. I have tried, but I just cannot do it anymore.
He can.
I'd love to do it, otherwise I'd do it right now, but I literally can't do it.
Just try.
I can't.
Just any line. Just
I can't even do it.
Rap anything. Just rap.
It would just sound stupid.
No, wouldn't it? Would sound exactly
totally
right.
stupid.
Just any line. Just think.
But I can't. I can't even make it sound like. No, really, I cannot. I tried.
This isn't one of those situations where I push you into something ridiculous for confidence.
No, and it's one of those situations where I don't fall for it. I can't do it.
All
If I
right.
could, I would. But
All right, you can't. Okay. Which movie scared you most
okay, now
as a kid? Whatever.
as a kid, it was like
Well, actually, we'll get on to another one
As
that scared you just a
a
couple of
kid.
days ago.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say scared, but
couldn't finish it. Couldn't get through to the end. but-
back in the day, because back in the
We'll
day,
get to that.
it was Halloween. I liked Halloween, and those that
Michael
don't
Myers.
know about me when I was younger, about 14, and another weird.
Wasn't there
Going
a time,
through a couple of phases
You know what
here.
I'm going to say? There was a time you were watching that movie, and then you were in the house on your own, and it was starting to get dark. You took a bath,
We talked about this, didn't we? In an
but it didn't
episode?
get recorded.
Ah, okay.
It was
Well,
one of the throwaway.
I think
episodes.
the light bulb blew.
The
or
light
something.
bulb blew, popped, scared the shit out of you. You
Not
jumped-
exactly
No, it
scared.
did.
I
This
jumped
is-
up to get out of
your
the bath.
words, not mine.
Tripped. And
You
landed
got
flat out
scared.
on
The light
floor.
went out, so you thought, "Fuck, Michael Myers is coming in the door or whatever." You stood
in
up.
the door. No,
You went to run, bolt out the room, but because you're in a bath, you hit your shins or you tripped over, fell, butt arse naked on the floor, ran out the toilet, the bathroom, and into your bedroom.
no, I
him
don't remember that.
Running across the landing, the hallway naked.
Flapping. No,
There wasn't much flapping.
There
not
was-
with,
there
not
was-
with what you're.
there was fucking
dealing with.
earthquakes, mate. But the thing is, it didn't actually happen like that. It was just an unusual thing.
How old
but
were you then? Like 18, 19?
Nah,
20?
23. Nah, 13, 14. Like I say, it was another one of those phases that I was going through. Wanted to be a serial killer, wanted to be out of 70 show, and wanted to be black.
One
So,
of those,
you
he's
know-
not even kidding, one of those phases that we all go through, wanting to be a serial killer. You know, but there
Nah,
was a
it was
real
something
phase.
about
He
it that
used
was
to ask
weird, and
me-
I thought it was
You
fun.
did used to
I
ask me, don't you ever wonder what it'd be like to kill someone?
No, I
What sort of shit like that?
no way. I
You
just
did,
said
you
I
did.
would kill someone.
There you
That's
go.
what I said. I'd kill someone
know.
as long as I could get away with it. I'd kill someone. But anyway, back to the real topic at hand.
But I think the reason he did that was his way of trying to keep up with me and my crew, because what he just looked at the dark skin and automatically put two and two together and thought I was out, pulling drive-bys and
Well,
shit.
literally none of that actually happened. It was we went out in a car that was uninsured, got egg sandwiches, and came back to school and hung out on stairs, looking at people more, going, "What up, man?"
Oh god.
That's what That's what happened. But anyway, back to the serial killer business,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, the movie was Halloween. I used to love that, and when I first started watching it, I thought it was pretty scary, But I had tons of horror movies collections and like loads, like 30, 40, 50.
I never got into it.
I had loads, and
I always thought it was like a white boy thing.
well,
Honestly,
I
did.
mean, regardless of what the race is, serial
I
killers were
really
it
did.
at that time.
Right.
So yeah, I liked it. Now, going to your next question about a movie that just is totally like
Yeah,
too much.
I
man, like,
recommended a movie
literally
for you, didn't
fucked
I?
up.
I wanted to talk about a couple of
Yeah.
movies. This was one of them.
And the thing is that you said to me is, watch this movie, right?
Yeah.
And then I thought, I didn't think about it for a couple of days, and then I thought, I'll go back to that movie and see. I'll try and search for it, see if I can get on it, see what it is. And it was Western, so that already turned me off.
And the thing is, usually I tell him movies, I go, watch this movie, this is great. Don't check the reviews, and it's a shit movie. It's
Yeah.
like I've looked up the world's worst movie or something.
Yeah, we
He goes
play
and
that. We
watches
play
it.
that on each
And he
other.
came
And
back,
usually the line is, it doesn't get good until halfway through.
so it
doesn't
kills
get-
at least an hour of your life. And I did get you with one. I heard Patrice O'Neill on another radio show talking about a shit movie. I didn't even watch it, but he was saying it's the shittest movie ever about some blind community.
God.
And then I sent him away to watch it. He comes back to me and says, "It's not bad, that."
But I think that was the bluff, because I didn't want to admit that I'd watched it and it was
Right.
actually shit. It was like literally a waste of my time.
But yeah, anyway, Western. Go
This
on.
one, now this movie, I didn't like it, to be honest. The movie, I thought it wasn't actually that interesting.
Bone Tomahawk.
But the one point in this movie, and you said to me, there's one point in that movie, and I want you to tell me which point it is when you've seen it, and you wouldn't want it to happen to you.
Yeah, and you
wouldn't want to
won't-
see it. You
can't
wouldn't want to
unsee
think of it.
You won't get it out of your head.
And I thought, I've seen a lot of different movies. I've seen a lot of movies.
Seen it all.
Nothing's gonna faze me. I still can't forget that.
Yeah,
That's
now
some gruesome
there's a
stuff.
scene in it, and it's hard to explain because there's been far worse scenes in movies. But the thing is, this movie,
is
the only way I can explain it is I think it's the realism
yeah.
and the build. Like you know, it's a good movie, and you.
Should I just tell?
You can tell now.
What
Yeah,
happens?
I
'Cause
think
this is pretty foul.
I
to
think
be
that
honest.
even if they go away and watch it, if they haven't
Yeah.
seen this, because this
It's
is a sort
shocking,
of under the
it's
radar
shocking.
movie.
You feel it all the way through. You like
Even if he
no.
tells you what's going to happen, I think it will still.
It's
I think
still
it'll
the way
still
it is. It's still
sit
going to
with you
shock
for a
people.
while.
Yeah, it will. So anyway, I watched it 3 or 4 days ago. It's still sitting with me. You know, I'm still thinking about it. Usually when I come to eat,
Weird.
it hits.
Since it involves a dick.
No, or when I go to sleep, something that stops me
Again,
from benefiting
weird.
myself.
Since it involves a dick.
Eating, sleeping, something that could potentially kill depression. Out it comes, pops up. So anyway, you told
Pops
me.
up? Weird, since now.
Out it comes. But you told me this, you know, it's bad and whatever. So I went. So I went through, just looking like. So I went through the video. I went through and I was like, "Is this the bit he means?" And it was when some old guy came up against a couple of these weird tribal niggas, yeah, and one of them got shot or something like that, and he had some sort of a stick or a piece of a tree like rammed into his throat, and you could hear it. It was like almost breaking bones and stuff, and it was like, oh man, that's rough. Could it be that? Wrong. What comes is far worse. And it was literally some
Why
guy.
don't you just get them to the build up to it, the first part before the part? You know, there's 2 parts, and then they can go away and watch this themselves. You know what I mean? Just the first part.
Well,
you
why
know,
don't
with
I tell you what,
the head part,
that's
and then
the bit I'm
that
gonna-
bit, leave that. Let them enjoy that themselves. Or, no, it's
The
okay.
head
Describe
part,
it.
Okay, so you mean I've already given them the one part and.
The scalping.
Okay, then yeah. So
That's
there's
first.
3 parts to it.
Okay.
It's pretty gruesome, but yeah, it's like some people are being kept in like a cage kind of thing or something that they can't get out to help their friend.
Like a cage inside a cave. Yeah.
It's just a weird like wall thing, and yeah, they're stuck in there anyway. Somebody who is totally naked is I don't even want to tell it, mate. It's gross. I don't even want to think.
Go on.
Someone who's totally naked
Yeah.
is with these like freaky black people things, right? But it's but they're
They
like
look like Aboriginals.
Yeah,
or
they're just
some
weird.
Tribal,
It's just some
like cannibals or something.
they're definitely cannibal types. Definitely put them down for that. But they take this prisoner, and he's totally naked, and they
You've
basically
mentioned that.
yeah, they basically slice the top of his head here, and then pull back his scalp whilst he's alive, and he's shouting, and then the thing is I didn't understand about that is that's all good. He's shouting, he's getting that done, whatever.
They're showing the other guy in the cage, his friend.
The guy in the cage is going, and I want you to know, everybody will come and everybody from here to there is going to come and we're going to take these bastards down. But I was thinking you wouldn't really say that. Do you know what I mean? It's pretty shocking stuff, mate.
It's Kurt Russell, mate.
Yeah, well, he's one of those big guys, isn't he? But I mean, I was sitting there on the edge of the sofa thinking, nah,
Fapping.
he's getting the head chop over that. What comes, I swear to God, is after that, you'll be shocked.
Tell him what happens.
So they pull back the head and rip off the skin. So you've got no head, you've just got an open head. He's still alive. And then they ram it in his throat.
What do they ram in his throat?
His fucking head.
Oh yeah, they put the scalp.
The scalp,
the skin.
yeah. They ram
stuff
it in,
like a sock. They stuff
and then
it
they
in.
stick like a
steak.
steak, yeah.
like
And then they bang that in a few times.
like
Again,
a
you
temp
can
hole.
hear that almost going through the back of the neck, but it doesn't go through. It's just to the point that you don't want. You don't need it. You don't need to be alive after that point.
But yeah, they
keep him alive.
hammer it straight.
Yeah, so it goes back. You can hear again crunches and stuff like that. He's still alive. And then do they turn him upside down? They turn him upside down and turn him
He's
away.
naked.
Yeah, so you can't see any bits, whatever, like that. But they've got his legs open like that. And then they take an axe, right?
Yeah.
And they just start chopping at the front. And he's still alive. And you can hear him. You can't hear him that much because he's obviously choking on his own scalp.
Yeah.
but he's like, and they're just chopping, and it takes about 3 or 4 chops, and then the final, icing on the cake is, these are they look fucking weird people, but they just pull apart.
Yeah, because they chop through like the
Yeah.
pelvic bone or whatever,
and it just splits,
and then they pull him in half,
and the guts all fall out. But I mean, even though I describe that like that, it sounds like, whatever. Seen worse
I've
than
seen
that.
that
But
shit in screen.
I swear to God, you watch it, it will put you in a different state of mind. You know what? Actually, that's around the time my depression came. Actually, just come to think about it.
Okay, well,
Well, it wasn't, but it didn't help.
there's a couple of other movies I want to quickly run
Yep.
by you. I don't know if you've seen them. One is Black Panther, first superhero movie. Well, not first superhero, but it's
No interest.
It's
No.
So you've heard of it then?
I've heard of it. I tried to put it out. Now, I'm happy to watch it. I'll go.
Have you seen it yet?
No.
Okay, so yeah, it's.
Have you seen it?
No, not yet.
All right, well.
I couldn't find a good enough copy of it, but I'll go soon. So okay, well then the other movie is, because this is another one I want you to go away and watch.
Is this another?
It's not quite like this, it's a different thing, but I'll describe this one to you before you watch it, okay? So, actually there's 2. There's another movie, it's won all the Oscars, The Shape of Water or
I've
something.
seen it.
You've seen it? Any
No, I
good?
haven't seen the film. I've seen it advertised. I was going to click it to watch it, like literally yesterday, but I didn't get round to it. So it is on my list.
Because it reminded me, remember we were talking about if you were going to fuck a woman who's half woman, half mermaid, or which way round would you do it? Fish head or fish body, right?
Yeah.
I forgot what you said.
I did the mermaid route.
The mermaid with the mermaid
the
body.
real face, and then the fish bottom half.
And then it reminded me of this movie. It's like some sort of fish Aquaman guy. Looks like a lizard, an alien. And anyway, he's getting it on with this woman. But anyway, it's won all the Oscars, and I was just wondering if you'd seen it.
No, I will get to it one of these days. This week probably.
And the other movie, which I did watch, called Get Out, and I heard about this because, again, going back to Bobby Lee, a friend, he was on Mad TV, and anyway, this guy Jordan Peele from the Key and Peele show, he
I
made
know
this
the guy,
movie,
yeah.
Get Out,
And is that the one that he got the Oscar for or something?
yeah,
like
so
that?
he's got an Oscar. This is what they were talking about, and this set me onto it. So I watched this movie, and basically, this black guy, he's with a white girl. What do you think of that?
It doesn't sound too good at the minute. Sounds like I'll give that movie a miss.
No, so he's with this white girl. She's not even hot. So anyway, goes back to the parents' home. Introduce him to the parents. Okay, introduce him to the parents. But it turns into this weird thing. Like he gets put under hypnosis, and all the white people are there basically to bid on him like a slave, because this hypnosis will. I'm not going to tell you all the details, but basically it's like, he's gone to a really bad place. And,
unfortunate, yeah.
And he starts to realise it, okay? And I'll let you watch that. But anyway, that movie, that was a pretty good movie. And it's kind of, it turns into sort of a horror film.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was well done, and it was good. I wouldn't give it a 5-star rating, but that's only because of the budget and the, whatever. But anyway, yeah, that's cool. That's the next one for you.
Have you seen Mute yet?
No.
I did recommend Mute. I think it's quite a good.
But you didn't tell me why. All I heard is Mute.
It's like a future sort of
I
thing.
immediately thought you Mute. It's like what?
It's set like in the future.
Yeah.
And it's got some big names in it actually. Some people that you'd recognise. The guy. Have you seen Tarzan?
Disney?
Could have been. The guy that plays Tarzan, and then there's another guy, an older actor, who's I can't remember his name, but you'd know him as soon as you saw him. You'd like, oh yeah, that nigga. But it's got some good bits in it that are quite, heavy. I'd say.
Yeah.
It's quite a deep movie, but it's also
heavy.
Now the thing is, because this is not quite, but this is one of those movies where I told you. This is what you wouldn't want to happen in your life.
Heavyweight. Oh. No, yeah, okay.
So that's
I
what
wouldn't
triggered
what
it.
I'm going to become mute.
No, it's not about that. I'm telling you because you've got children, and
Oh,
one of your kids is maybe the same age as the kid in the movie.
and they become mute.
No,
Someone's
just one guy
turning
is
up mute.
One guy is mute, yeah.
Okay.
But it's not a kid or whatever. But something just you would hate it. You'd be like, I can't
Okay.
say at all. But
So it's going to ruin my day, is
It's
it?
a little bit. It's not as gruesome as what you gave me. Thanks for
Okay.
that. But it does make you think.
Right.
And you'll know exactly the part because it's one of them things where if you were in that position, you couldn't do anything.
I
about it.
can
You only
already
look.
imagine. Yeah,
you can only look.
It's the part where you're out of control.
You can't do anything.
You have to see your kid or your wife get hurt or get something. You have to
So
watch it. That's my worst nightmare, mate. I've had nightmares.
It's about to be mine.
I had a nightmare of my kids and my family. It was like a safari
getting eaten by
park.
alligators or something.
No, but it was something
torn
like
up
that. It
by
was like
lions.
hyenas or animals, and I'm there, and I don't know why I can't get to them because it's a dream. But there's just a feeling of I'm blocked and I can't.
Well, because you're a little man. Yeah,
Do you know what? I actually went through that experience. I think I told you that big street fight, and someone was getting stabbed, and I was there, but I was fighting. I saw it coming, and
Wasn't this on Hollyoaks or something?
No, that was where.
Because I'll tell you what.
That
though,
was
yeah.
what you know.
Do you know
Talking about real life.
you were talking about just now about like your family's getting torn up by hyenas or whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I had a similar vision for someone that
Blacks getting torn up by.
well,
And it wasn't a vision. It was just you daydreaming.
I just told the hyenas to go. Just go hyenas. But no, but it's like for my girlfriend or something, and it was like an alligator
black
or
rape.
something. Nah, because
Alligator rape.
no.
Black alligator rape.
Anyway, it was alligators, and you know when they get munched on or something, but they're still alive, and
and they're looking at you.
They're screaming, and
Their
they're looking
eyeball-
directly at you.
in your eyes,
and you
that's
can't
the
do
one.
anything. And
Yeah.
the screams of someone that you love and what have you is just awful. That's a terror. That's depression on its own.
I
mate.
don't know if you've ever had this. I can't remember who it was now, but somebody, and I think it was my sister. I had that feeling when she called me screaming like she's
Right.
being attacked, and you have that same fear because you're too far away to do anything. And it turns out it was probably Deb over exaggerating, and it was
calling
fine
for me, or was it?
No. But
could
it was
have
something
been.
else.
Could have
Like she speak. It sounded like like I'm thinking. I'm trying to tell you where phone cuts off. But then
Yeah,
later
but
she
that's
calls
not
back. She's she's in. It was. But anyway,
That's
that
not as
that
bad
kind
as
of-
in your face, though. Do you know what I mean? Looking at the
Well, no, but
person, and all you can hear is, and you can't even save them, and they're just getting ripped up and stuff. That's terrible, isn't it?
You couldn't save them anyway.
I'd save everyone.
But yeah, absolutely. That's my. I haven't had that dream for years.
Yeah, I
had it
haven't
once.
thought
Still
about it for
sticks with me.
years until you've just brought it up.
But
and
so yeah, that puts me off the movie right from the get go. I was having a good
yeah,
day.
I mean, it's not like someone gets ripped up, but it's shit.
Whatever's
you don't
happening
want
to
to
them.
see it.
It's
mate.
something
It's
you
like,
don't want to
Nah,
happen.
that's terrible. It's just rough for that sort of shit to go
Ah,
on because it's a bit of a. It's got creepy parts to the movie, like weird parts too. But I can't say anything because it's going to ruin it.
All right, I'll watch it.
It's a long one, but you're going to have to. From about halfway through, it gets. No.
Okay,
it's good.
If you were arrested, I'm going to fly through these.
Again.
What would your family assume you'd done?
Something very intelligent, something highly, some money laundering through the back door of Trump or something. Nah. Probably speeding, I guess, something like that.
Okay. The funniest joke that you know by heart. Is there any jokes that
Don't
you
know any.
You don't know any jokes?
Don't know any jokes. Not into those jokes. I'm into a different humour.
You
You know
are a
that.
fucking joke.
So is your
You don't
face.
know any, you don't know any jokes. Or?
I don't know any jokes.
Okay, well that's that. What are the unwritten rules of the place you work?
There's a lot of unwritten rules at the place that I
I
work.
thought there would be.
But I mean, I can't really talk about that because we shouldn't really delve into the place that we work. Otherwise, it will
For
lead.
fear of job loss.
Yeah, well, can't
Toilet
miss a
cleaning job loss. Okay. All right then. What are some nicknames you have for co-workers?
There's a lot, to be honest, but I mean, I usually make stupid names, like not stupid names, but like cunt or that twat, or it's not really nicknames like a set
But
name.
there's a couple.
Is there really?
One's W.
W?
Someone you work very closely with.
W?
And you say it twice. 3 letters, 3 letters.
Oh, maybe whack whack or something.
Whack whack, there's one.
Yeah,
what about
well.
another one beginning with D?
D?
There's someone at work, and and it begins with D.
D?
D-R.
DR? Who the hell's that?
D-R-A? There's only one. I'll give... Okay, the other nickname,
Who the hell is
Dragster.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah.
the
Dragon,
name?
Dragster.
Okay. And why did they get the name Dragon?
Because they're fucking evil. and they're just a cloud of miserable dragon shit just going around. Just miserable, foul-mouthed. Just a depression cloud is what they are. And you know very well. I
do.
You know very well. Your experience
what if
with them
you
is
found
way
out
more
tomorrow
than mine.
that you would be working with that person all day?
On the same day, that
every day?
person would find out that I wouldn't be working with them. I wouldn't be in that place of employment anymore, is what they would find out.
Okay.
Because no one needs that in their life.
They don't. What's the worst house guest you've ever had? And I remember one that came
Yeah,
over to
one
Japan.
is coming into my mind right now, yeah.
Just tell me why, like what, give me the rough, whatever details you can give.
Someone was coming and they were meant to go looking at cars and parts and, you know, go about their shit. They didn't. They just stayed in my apartment all day, chilling out, using aircon all day, playing music, sending me videos of like, do you remember this song? And I thought, oh yeah, what's this? It's fucking hip hop from the 90s blazing out of my apartment, like and I'm thinking, mate, Jesus Christ, turn that down. People, it's like me that's going to get the... Dickhead even left me with a bill. Couldn't believe
what
it.
kind of bill?
Just gas, electric bills, stuff like that. It was through the roof though, mate. It
They're
wasn't
things
cheap,
people
like...
normally pay though when they have a guest over.
Yeah, not this guest.
No, I mean you're having a guest. Surely you pay.
Well, you pay the usual bills like 6,000-7,000 yen or whatever, 18,000 yen, something like that. It's a little bit over the borderline of guest rules.
Okay, but at least he like tidied up after himself.
Not really, no. The place was a mess, and then. But to be honest, he did pay in the end because I kept on and on. He did send money.
Yeah, didn't he say, "Oh, this whiny bitch, I'll just pay"?
No,
to
he
get
said,
him off
fair
my back."
play. You're a big lad, and
wasn't there
I don't
something
want
where
any
you
trouble.
told me he left like his underpants lying around
Nah, there wasn't.
in the before
You're right,
the shower?
You're right,
Yeah,
yeah,
what
sorry,
was
yeah.
that?
So in
Shitty underpants.
there's a shower room, and then next to it was the sink and the washing machine.
Yeah, in Japan there's like a sink area.
like a separate.
You
it's like a
walk
big
through to
bathroom.
go into the shower, so you have to go in there to go into the shower, and the laundry machine is there, the washing machine. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, sometimes I said to him like, you know, you can use this, you can wash your clothes. This is how you do it. But occasionally there was shit just thrown in on top of my clothes, like socks and like
I don't know why I'm
socks
looking
and-
at you today.
I don't know
Usually
why
I'm
you're
looking
looking at you,
but it's like I
it's
don't know.
weird. Like
It's the Red
I can
Bull.
just like
What's this?
hear, like feel someone's fucking eyes just
They're not-
butchering like
not sponsoring
up
us
and
yet.
down. But yeah, anyway, occasionally I'd find these socks, and I was thinking, those aren't my socks, like black dirty socks.
And
I'd
you'd
worn a couple
smell
of times.
them.
And they were just thrown in, and then there was some pants down the back of the washing machine as well. Like they were
Someone
just
just hurled
boxes.
them.
Someone literally had
Saw
gone in
them go over the
and
edge,
just-
but thought, "Fuck it, James."
This
will
is
get
what
that."
those people are. These kind of people will do.
jail
Yeah.
pick those up.
This is what those kind of
And
people
he
would do.
did.
Yeah. Walk around the place butt naked
Oh,
with hip hop
sitting
blazing.
on your sofa.
I didn't have a
Arse
sofa.
out.
I had a gym.
Using your gym.
My bench, just sitting on my bench casually with
and
arse
sending
out.
you videos, selfies.
Yeah. But this is what those people will do, right? They swan
Yeah.
around, taking your shit for granted,
Yeah.
and throw pants, just throw them, and then you know they're not like laid out nicely. They've been thrown, you know, and then yeah, and there was other little weird things like my girlfriend had some mouthwash. We both had the mouthwash, and the amount was going down like drastically daily, and I was like, Are you using it? To my girlfriend, and she actually said to me, "Are you using this mouthwash?" And I said, "No, I haven't used it recently."
And
How
you know
about
what?
you?
He's
'Cause
probably drinking it straight from the bottle as well.
mate, the lad was drinking it like a tap because it was half gone in a couple of days. And I was thinking, Jesus Christ, these people take.
But you didn't say anything, of course, because being a coward. And...
No, well, being the nice guy I am, I thought that actually my girlfriend was knocking a fair bit of it back, but turns out I was wrong. someone was taking my shit for granted.
Okay, if you were at gunpoint now, okay, and you'll be killed. Right. This is a bit strange, but you were killed unless you could impress with a dance move or two right now. What dance move would you pull out of the bag just right now? Because no, you got to just pull something. If it impresses me, you don't die right now.
I'd say you dance for me.
No, he's got a gun, and it's real. It's a real gun. It's a weird situation, but the guy's obviously crazy. No, just he goes down, and you go, isn't this like a backing track, some mute, like or sure, or something black? But you,
so you've got something black. So you got to do slow winds and stuff at gunpoint on demand.
So what I'll do is I'll play something.
Oh, I'm sure you will, but I won't be dancing on this occasion.
No, just here, so that your face won't even be in shot, but just like just a whatever would come to your head. What don't know what tune I'm gonna play.
Sort of sexy face.
You don't know what tune I'm gonna play. So I'm just gonna start it halfway through, and then I'll put it near the mic, and just for literally 10 seconds I'm talking, and in your heart. Well, we can't even see half of you. Okay.
Yeah.
So get ready. So just stand up. And then
wait a second.
No, you're going to do it right here.
Yeah, but I'm not standing up. I'm not doing it.
Oh, you're going to just do it in the chair?
Yeah, I'll just
okay.
do something here.
I thought you'd want to stand up so you can't be seen. Okay, I'll turn this up.
Tricky one, isn't it? You got to do a bit of a... That's it. You got to do the movie shaker deal breaker. Is what you got to do.
I've got to be honest. It looked like you weren't taking being shot seriously.
Right. Well, I don't know how you're gonna. What moves would you do at gunpoint? And let me give you a song. See, this is what happens. You see, you can't get out of these things when you're gonna do stuff like that to people. No. Okay, because so this guy, right? This is what he wants, right? This is what he plays.
See, this is the thing. I'm loaded, so I just offer him cash.
Well, you wouldn't know, mate, because he'd say, "Not in those clothes, you're not." Okay, here we go. You ready?
Here you go.
This is what you're gonna do, right? This is what you're gonna do. This is a good one.
For added
okay. All right. So let's say I'm out over here, and you said I was black, right? So I've got to.
Oh, I don't think you've really.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Go on then. What's the tune?
What's the dance? And I'm going like this. Or I'm going. no. But what's?
So it's not dance moves. So you're trying to. You want me to? So it looked. So
this is what I want. I've got the gun here.
So it's not going to stop at dancing then. You clearly want me to
this
do more.
This is what I want. Because I'm black now.
But I'll tell you what.
This is what I want.
He has picked the right song for me. Because this is it's as if this
minus
was written
the body.
For me.
Hey, get dancing. Little rat face. Your toes.
Well, this is becoming very sexualised, and I'm not sure
I know what you're thinking. So get fucking dancing, and I'll fucking shoot from back here.
See, I can't be a part of this.
Come on, do it. Yeah, I can. This little fucker.
So this means you're after ours. You're after ours.
I'm a young black man. Of course, I'm after ours. Do it.
Okay, what would I do in this ridiculous situation?
Just open the mouth. Just do it. Hey.
Shoot me. Fucking shoot me.
Come on, you gotta have a dance for this. Hey.
This is... You're gonna... Because
Hey. Yeah, I can see your little fucking sly face.
Obviously, I want to take the gun.
Yeah, of course, but you're not gonna get shit.
That's all I'm gonna take. I know what he's got planned. A few dance moves, he gets in the mood, and it turns into...
Keep looking, see if you can snatch. I'll put that in your mouth.
Yeah, no, I will say honestly, you just fucking shoot me, mate, because you're not getting this arse unless I'm dead.
Dead it is then. Then, that's great. There goes...
No, you dance. Oh, God. Okay, right, anyway. let's see. This is dragging this out. What would the creepiest thing be to say to a stranger? So you're walking by someone and you've never met them. What's the creepiest thing you could say to them? It's got to really creep someone out.
What colour is your knickers?
What colour are niggers?
What colour are your knickers? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if that's creepy or.
Have you got pants on today?
I think that would make me laugh more than be creeped out. Okay.
Well, some of us are into that sort of stuff.
Well, I think you failed.
Some of us are waiting for that sort of stuff.
If you were wrongly put into an insane asylum, okay, how would you? So I'll be the guard or the psychologist or whatever. How would you convince them that you're sane?
That's literally impossible.
And obviously, whatever you say, they're expecting you're gonna, you.
Where's that gun? Okay, then we'll fire something to me. Then
no, just okay. So this is your review. You've been here a week. You've done nothing but.
Can I just interrupt, please? Because the reason I've been whinging and complaining is because there's been a massive mistake here. I don't know why I'm in here. I've got no idea why I'm in here. I've done nothing wrong. I've got a job. I'm a toilet cleaner. I've got, girlfriend to go to. What have I done to get into here? I think there's been a serious mistake here.
Well, why don't you start by telling me why
you think you're in here?
Why you think you're in here?
Brilliant. I honestly don't know, mate. Yesterday I was cleaning, a week later was it? A week later I was cleaning toilets. Now I'm in here next to someone who keeps asking me if I've got knickers on today. I don't know what I'm doing in here. I've got I'm not mental. I don't know what's going on in here. Why? But why am I in here?
This is you understand you've only got 10 minutes and you have to convince me that you're sane. I'm your only ticket out of here. So you can waste time asking me questions. Or
what can I do for you in 10 minutes? Oh god. It's impossible to get out of that situation.
You'd be fucked.
Yeah, you would.
That happens to people. They get arrested.
I know. And there's no way out because everything that they say is calculated and waited for. So every angle that you go on, it's just mental.
You just give up.
No, I wouldn't give up. I'd just keep saying the same. Even more mental. Keeps it. Don't know, mate. Honestly, don't know. I would obviously try to stress my opinion.
What is your opinion?
Point. That I'm not mental. Why am I in here? I may have liked a few serial killer movies and thought about it, but ain't got any reason.
This all goes back to college. Do you remember one day you were wearing
a couple of identity crises later, yeah,
and then two days later you were rocking
a black man,
rocking FUBU jeans, size 38 waist.
And I was a 28 at that time.
You were a 28.
The double fold.
And you had a belt buckle this big with fake diamonds all over it. So you explained to me how that
the Sean John,
the Sean John. Now you explained to me how that Rockaware, wasn't it?
That was down to a close friend of mine who's a really slimy toad.
I bet he's good looking though, isn't he?
Hell no. He's
built looks like a rat, like The Rock.
Not quite. Like a fucking stone. A little stone. Your question's bullshit. I don't know how to get out of it. There's no way to get out of it.
Attitude. Well, you're fucking in here for it. I'll slap another.
In here, anything I say, I'm in here, mate. Jesus Christ, I'm not getting out.
Right, that's you away for life.
Yeah.
Okay.
So be it.
So, if you were sent back to the past, naked, you got no belongings,
Starkers.
How would you convince them being me, that you were actually from the future?
Well, how far back is this?
100 years. So you're naked.
So is this another you then? So I know you.
No, you don't know me. I'm just someone.
Would.
We've arrested you, and we're.
So I don't know you at all.
Naked? No, you don't know me at all. And you try. We can speak the same language and everything, but you're in the little jail cell, and you want to convince me.
Well, at that point, obviously, talking about things that happen in the future are not really
Okay,
going to
talk
work.
about some of the things.
You know, like people are driving.
That sounds crazy. Put him in the mental asylum.
Right. Somehow there's one of them 100 years ago.
They did have them.
Well, yeah, but I think they're far worse than they are now.
Yep.
So either way, yeah, I'm dead. I'm literally dying in a...
So that's because you're always saying how intelligent you are.
Yeah, very intelligent,
And yet-
and I'd have to be put in the real life situation to be able to get out
For
of
it
it. I'm
to-
afraid, yeah, for it to work, you know.
Okay.
But I'd get out of it, I'm sure. I would.
And what
I'd
if,
either
what
break
if,
out
what
or
if
I'd
I
kill
said,
people.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a shortcut. I'm going to play a song,
Yeah,
and you dance your way out of here.
it's not Pony, is it, mate?
It's not pony.
Oh, well, I'll just say now that there's going to be no more dance. I'll stay in the damn home. Jesus Christ.
Okay. All right. And what's the best inside joke you've been a part of? We've been part of a fair few, because we usually create the inside joke.
Daily, yeah.
But what's the best one you've been a part of that you can think of? Is there any that come to mind?
You know what, mate? There's just so many. Usually winding up people. I could hit some back at work, but in the past, man, jeez.
I know it's hard to
It is. There's just so
put a
many.
finger on one.
That's really funny. Yeah, definitely.
I've been part of a lot also, where you've been the butt
Oh, I
of
can
it.
think of a few of those.
Can
yeah,
you? Because
yeah.
I can't at the moment, but I mean I know there's been a fair few.
Yeah, there's definitely a fair few. All right, some that I can't really say on here, but I'd like to, but I just can't quite go there.
Wasn't there one years ago? You went on a date, and there was this girl you were trying to date this girl, and you were just getting to know her.
Yeah, okay, you do this because mine's kind of similar.
Okay,
you were.
so there was this hot girl who was really into. He was doing everything he could. He finally got on this date. He'd had one dinner or something.
Wait, what was it?
And that's as far as he'd got. But then the next one, she was like, "Hey, come on this date with me, but I want you to bring a friend for my sister." So it's like a double date.
What the hell is that?
This girl, okay? This was years ago. And we won't say where or when. And then what happened was you met them, and I had forgot about this. I had already blown this off, like I wasn't planning to come. It'll be bullshit. It'll be this ugly girl. I'm not
do
going.
remember this.
And then
Yeah,
what
I
happened
do
was,
remember
so I
this.
was in bed. And
Yeah, I
No,
remember.
you told me that day, you're coming, right? You're going to meet me tonight. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. And I already had a plan in my head to stand you up. I wasn't going to be there. I'm at home in bed, and he's made me, you're coming, right? Because I had to work
And I'm
that
telling
day.
them. I'm telling them.
Yeah,
They're
you were
next to
sitting
me
there
saying,
saying,
"Is he coming?" 'Cause
he's a little bit late because he's had to work a little bit. I'm saying, buy me time.
he's
I'm
in the shower
drawing
now.
this
I'm
out.
saying he's in the shower. This guy was telling me, I'm in the shower. I'll be there about 9. And
Yeah.
I was like, he's in the shower. He's coming at 9. Time's
Stringing
flying.
them along, and it's
And they're
really getting
literally-
late now. So
they're
even
pushing
he's
me.
Yeah, even he's
Where's
having
this
doubts, and
guy?
I'm going, no. Honestly, I've been. Just tell them I'm on my way. I got a bit lost. He's making up. He's got lost, but he's on his way. He's getting closer now. All this shit. And and this was just me milking it, getting him in deeper. This was my setup. Okay, this was my inside joke for my own ends. I was in bed. Okay, I was never going to turn up. And then the final straw came when I said to him, "Hey, look, mate. Actually, I'm thinking not to come because I know this girl is ugly, so that's why I'm not coming, or something like this, or she's not even there." I said, "You don't. There's not even a girl there. Probably. This is a joke. You're playing a trick on me because I've played tricks
we do
on
that
you.
daily,
We
yeah.
do that on the daily. So this is a joke. So prove there's someone there, and I will come." So what he did was I convinced him to take a picture of the girl and send it to me. So he told the girl, "Okay, send the picture," because he's really excited. Sends the picture, and at that moment, that was the moment I chose to say, "Fuck you, I'm in bed. I ain't coming." So imagine him.
But that was
sitting there.
also the moment that you knew you fucked up.
Yeah, I did, because
You lost.
it backfired on me because the girl was seriously hot, and I should have.
And she
been there.
wanted.
She wanted casual.
She was going
relations.
to Hiroshima or something the next day, some faraway place,
Yeah.
and she was going to get married or whatever and move away. She
Not
wanted.
Hiroshima. This wasn't even in Japan, was it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, like way back in the beginning though. This was like.
Oh yeah.
This
Okay.
was when I was here for a while.
So anyway,
you
the girl
came.
turned out to be hot. I fucked up, but the funny thing was, it looked like he had sent a picture to the friend, because he'd been saying I was close by, I was getting lost, I was around the corner. He's just turning your corner now, yeah. And then what happened was he, an older, who's that guy? An old, what's that comedian's name? That British comedian. Just turning your corner now. The fat guy from Bolton or somewhere.
Is he skinhead?
Peter Kay. No, anyway, anyway. So yeah, he had he dug himself a hole and then sent the picture. Yeah. So it looked like I didn't like the girl. So that's why I wasn't turning up. So she's sitting there with her sister, who he's trying to impress. Obviously, that didn't go down well, and I think that ended.
We both got let. We both
terms.
got.
And you had to pay for all
the
that,
double bluffers on that evening.
We did, but anyway, yeah, that was.
I lost out. You lost out, but at least you were at home in bed.
Because that was pretty late. And
it was, mate. It was getting on 10:30, 11, and I didn't want to be up at that night. I was like, what the hell? I'm just by myself with these two really great girls, and I'm going to get something out of this wrong.
But there's another one. You were thinking of a different.
So what I was thinking about you, and this goes back to college. Goes back to college. I'm not sure if you thinking that this is going to be the case or not, but you liked this girl, right?
Hostels, but we can do that another time.
We'll do that another time. That's pretty funny in itself, but. That you liked this girl, and I think I was saying, I'll just go and tell her. I'll go and tell her that you like her or whatever. Get the number or something like that. That's usually what we do.
Yeah, you have to understand, in college, while I was a gangster, I was scared of women. Okay, for a while.
Everything. Scared of me, scared of everyone. Okay, but anyway, so I went off and got this number or whatever and talked to this girl, and then I came back, gave you the details. And then it was the same for the next week or so. I think I was like, oh, do you want me to just go and get her to talk to you or something like that? And if you go round there in that quiet area, no one will come round there. Or I'll go and see where she is and let you know where she is, and then you can come out of this area or something.
Yeah, it was like, and then I wanted to know. So you go, I'll ask her, I'll check on that, and I was.
You wanted to know where.
Under no circumstances, bring her here. I'm not feeling good about myself. I don't want to see anyone right now. I'm gonna hide here. Unfortunately, I hid in a place where there was no
exit. Yeah, it's just
I should have seen this
in.
coming.
It's like a little narrow thing. Anyway, I went to go and check where she was, but I also thought, you know what? I'm gonna get her. He's just told me not to go and get her, so I'm gonna get her down there. So I did. I went and got her, and then I brought her to you, and then all I remember was just looking. Yeah. Quiet,
and I was put on the spot. You had lied and said I wanted to talk to her, and didn't I? Yeah, I was like,
and she was like laughing,
and wasn't one of the questions.
I was just going.
Wasn't one of the questions that came out of my mouth? Do you have any pets?
Yeah.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
The first question, do you have any pets? Now, I mean, that literally killed it.
That sums me up with women at that stage in my life.
At all stages. That killed it.
Oh, by the way, just for Americans out there, we go to college, we start college at about 16 years old, okay? Not 18. Yeah. Okay, so
our college is like the last 2 years of their high school, let's say.
Yeah, so I was a little bit younger than some of you may think. But yeah, that was
either way, bitch. But anyway, it was just, do you have any pets? And she's there. She's already into smoking. She lives on some rough council estate, as you did, and I thought you'd hit it off. You know,
both being from the gutter. Yeah.
Both being down there, both trying to impress. You know, She was looking for cars.
So many mischances.
And smoking and drugs.
With hot girls.
Pets. You know.
Thanks to fear.
Yeah, well, you and me both. But anyway, we've surely got to wrap this up very soon.
Well, the thing is, I've got some things I wanted to go through.
We'll damn well keep them, because it's literally time for me.
This isn't good enough to win.
Sorry.
Oh, come on.
We know what's going to happen here for me, so...
Oh, come on.
No way. Just keep those things... And this will be really great for the next time, because you know what? Thinking about these things has brought back memories of other funny things.
Talk about one then. Let's just get one more out, because I feel like I've been saving the gold until now.
You attempting suicide over a girl.
Well, that is platinum comedy. That
it
is,
yeah.
It wasn't over a girl. You
Thankfully,
motherfucker.
it didn't go through. Thankfully, you are still alive here. But taking that amount of pills, going down Rajiv's shop and getting all those pills, and he's saying,
You knew Rajiv.
You're not going to do. You're not going to do anything with these pills, are you? No.
No. Yeah,
And
I went
taking
into
the pill.
taking. This wasn't over a girl, by the way.
Over a girl.
But I went into a. And if it was a girl, she was fucking hot, mate. But
Happy
anyway, it wasn't
shopper,
over a girl.
straight
yeah, I
in
went
there.
to the corner shop or whatever, and the woman, because like clearly I'm like in it. I'm like I look depressed as fuck, right? Okay, basically, yeah. So and I bought a bottle of brandy, a couple of bars of chocolate, gifts, going out gifts, and like 16 boxes of paracetamol or something. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's a pretty weird. And I remember I was like about, I don't know, 16, 17.
Yeah.
So there we
First
go.
girl.
At the checkout, the woman, the lady there, you know, being a little bit switched on, she's like, "Is this? I'm not. Do you have ID? Are you even old enough to buy alcohol?" And I was going, "Yeah. Okay, why are you buying this? You're not gonna go and kill yourself." I go, "No. And I made up some excuse like I work at this place and I have to fill up the first aid boxes with these tablets. I made up some shitty excuse, you know." And she goes, "Okay, I'm just gonna check with the owner." And the owner looked calculated. Oh, it's a few quid there, a few quid profit. No, it's fine. That excuse adds up. This motherfucker. So,
Good old Jag
so
Jib.
a child there basically walked out of there with
17, 18.
With that, he
No
made it
child
very
there.
easy.
No
for me.
child. First relationship done. Suicide straight away.
No, it was nothing to do with relationships.
But you just broke up with. She broke up with you, right?
No, no, you don't understand. I knew what I was planning to do. I was going to go and do this. I had my whole plan. Go to the shop, Cadbury's, and fucking Anadin or whatever it was. And then, so before that, I called it a day.
No.
It was mutual.
See, you can see clearly that the reaction is no. You got to tell the truth.
No, that is the
She
truth.
Finished it with you.
No,
There's no shame in that. Jesus Christ.
no, it
There's
wasn't.
shame in that.
Honestly,
and because
those
of
words
that,
never came out of her mouth.
you took.
No, those words never came out of my mouth. I steered the conversation around that way, and then I thought this is the perfect time to put my
Because I'm
plan
sure
into
I talked
effect.
to her at that time, and she was like, "I'm thinking of finishing with this,
No,
this guy's. I'm not sure what he's into these days. He's
did you ever get with a friend who you were chasing?
fucking couldn't get near it.
That was another funny. That was
No,
another
anyway.
funny one. You don't know this.
We'll
or you
save
do.
that. We'll save
But
that.
I kept lying to you, saying,
I remember
"She is into
she's
you."
interested.
No,
She
she's
wants
interested,
you to
but you
come
got to
and-
do more. You got to do
Yeah,
more.
of course. Talk to her more. I tried to talk to her.
And
That
all
bitch
she
was
was
cold.
doing-
That
all-
bitch shut me down.
All she was
every
doing
time.
was telling me, tell him, keep him away from me.
Yeah, well,
and I did.
I mean,
The exact
who am I
opposite.
to interrupt in love? And she had a boyfriend. She could have come to the dark side, but she didn't. But anyway, back to the suicidal thing. You did attempt it. You did
Yeah.
take all of those pills, and you did end up in hospital
I was-
over a girl.
Yeah, and
It
wasn't over a
And,
girl, but I did. It was over a lot of things that would.
was over.
We could do a whole other podcast about because I'm sure. you
So
would all
anyway,
get
there's
plenty
two
of
funny
laughs out
things.
of it.
There's two funny things about that. The one being, you called me before you were going to do it, right? And I didn't answer.
Yeah, because you were fucking
That time,
in bed.
that
you didn't want to
time-
come down the stairs. to
Exactly.
answer
That
the phone.
time back then, I wasn't going out of my room for no one. I wasn't about to answer phones. So I just carried on. Probably I was asleep or in bed or whatever.
Yeah, that's what.
And then
I
your
called
mum.
you. Yeah, I called you, and I was going to say, "Hey, I don't want my mum to find me."
Yeah.
Give
And
her
of
a
course,
at like
No,
6
Let's
a.m.
not be a hero
It's
here.
6
It was.
No, I did.
Listen, I've spent all my mum's money. Can you, by any chance, sort me out?
No, I had a job.
It
I had a
wasn't.
job.
Can you, not tell my mum to come?
What is
Can
this
you come and
shit?
move my body or something? Because I don't want my mum seeing this, the hero and all, whatever. But anyway,
No,
this is what happened.
I
yeah.
called you and I was going to say, hey, at like really early 6 a.m. call my mum, warn her what she's going to find, so that she can call an ambulance or whatever to someone to go into like I didn't want it to be a surprise going and finding anyone like in that state. This was crazy thinking, obviously, but that was what I wanted to do, and I thought
So
you would go along with that and go, yeah, sure, mate, I'll set an alarm.
If I knew that, I would be going.
But I
around
should have
setting-
known. He wouldn't wake up at 6.
Yes, I wasn't even answering the phone, mate. I was
did
already
exactly.
do what you want. But anyway, your mum called me after you'd gone into hospital, and she was like, "James, why didn't you answer the phone? He's do you know?" And I'm thinking, wait a minute, no one's trying to put the blame on me. And she was saying he tried to. He said he tried to call you yesterday, but you didn't answer, and I can't believe you didn't answer. And you know,
no, because I was trying to explain to much. She was saying to me, "How could you?" I'd walk in and find this. I go, "No. I had a plan, but it just James didn't."
Of course, my fault. But anyway, she said, "We're in this hospital. Let's come, whatever, you know, come and see him or whatever." So anyway,
and do you know what he bought? He bought me, or his dad bought me.
Do you know why?
FHM,
my dad,
sexy magazines. Like I was going to be in the mood for
my dad, right? We went to a store and he was like, "Do you think what sort of stuff does Stephen like?"
And they just sat there looking at them. No one's talking to me.
Well, the thing is, I did. Yeah, I looked a fair bit at that actually.
And his dad had to make small talk with me.
I even took it out with me.
How awkward was that? He didn't want to. He didn't know what to say.
Mate, because it was weird. You were in the hospital, all like fucking googly eyed and shit, and all like just all like weird, and you know, people had just tried to kill themselves, and I'm 16, and I've got to try and talk to you about positive shit. So anyway,
you sat at the end of the bed.
Yeah, mate, I was literally like, nah, this isn't right. You know, what's going on here? And my dad, he was like, you know, what does Stephen like? You know, because we should go to the store and get him some Cadbury's. And you already bought Cadbury's, and he was like, let's get Cadbury's. And I was like, I don't even want to talk to you about this, Dad, because it's a bit weird, you know. I don't know what to say. So he basically bought everything. You know, he's like, what about this magazine? Yeah, he'd like it, whatever. Yeah. So then we took it in, and you were just in the bed all fucking dead and shit. And I put the magazine down, and I seen you had some little drinks with straws. That was the whitest you'd
ever seen me, wasn't it?
Mate, like literally, your eyes were coming out your skull because you'd lost a lot of weight. And
that was in, a matter of a day?
You were already about 9 stone back then anyway.
Overnight.
But 8 stone or what?
That much weight that my eyes were popping out my
face. You know? Well, because your eyes were all fucking red and shit, and like weird, and like you've been all, you know, just dead and shit. But anyway, you almost did die, and if it wasn't for your mistake on your pills,
I didn't make a mistake on the pills.
Well, you didn't take enough.
Mate, do you know what I took? And the number 149 rings a bell. It was like...
Yeah, it was quite up there. I remember
it was like... it was definitely, because I had like so many packets of 9. Yeah. I forgot how many. It was shitloads, right? There was loads. I like cleared the shelf and I took every one. And any tips? Here's a tip for anyone who wants to go out that way. Don't try to swallow back like multiple pills with alcohol, like strong, like brandy. I thought I'd seen it on all the movies. Alcohol, that'll speed up the effect. You won't know what's going on in case that shit hurts. I didn't know. But imagine you take a handful of pills, like 8 pills, because there's shitloads. I've got to get through them, right? I thought that pill's no problem. Brandy, and how strong that is, and it chokes you with all that, and you immediately everywhere. So I had to. The first problem.
So half of them are gone.
Yeah, but it was about 8. So I picked them up. I wasn't going to waste any of that.
Oh.
Get all the white powder, and then I had to rethink, put the brandy on the shelf, save that for the milk. So whoever finds me, a little treat there. And I went and got some water, and then it was easy after that.
Well,
but so that's
I have really to say though, mate,
I don't advise it. It didn't.
Imagine
work.
If that had worked.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you can't obviously imagine it because you'd be dead, but like
it'd have been a waste because you guys wouldn't have got to see all this.
But half of the things that have happened to me in my life wouldn't have even happened. It's just weird. You know, it's just different. You know, I can't even imagine. There's so many things that would be totally different. And it's just, it would be sad. Yeah, I'm glad that you didn't actually go through.
The other miracle about that was the amount I took. And there was no, I think it's liver damage. Usually you have some, but I had no.
Yeah,
and that is a testament to how strong I am.
See, the thing is, mate, I actually think you took about 16 pills.
I didn't,
and you just got drunk off that.
This is what happened, right? Do you know what happened when I went in there in the hospital? They didn't believe me. They were like, they didn't believe my mum's going. No, he took all these. They asked me how many, and I at that time I could I could speak. You know, I was before I went out of it. And I was saying, I still remember the number, and because I didn't want to even tell them, but because you're in that state, it fucks with you, and I was being honest. I don't know why. But anyway, I told them because my mum relayed this to me later, and they were like, no one can really, you know, he didn't take that money. They doubted me, right? But then when they give you this charcoal drink. They don't tell you, but it's charcoal, and it's mixed really thick, and they say drink this really quick. They don't tell you why, okay? And in that state, you just go along with it. So down this drink, and what it does is it binds the drug, it sticks to it, and then it makes you be sick. Your body just rejects it. So when that happened, they could see that it wasn't there. And then they were like, oh shit, he really did. And then it was all systems go after that. And I don't know how much that clears out your stomach, but I know I was fucked after that. I can't remember. There was, my mum's friend came to the room, and this is like a close family friend, right? A friend of a friend's mom, and she was there. And she's told me this story. I can't remember this, but she was trying to get me undressed because I hissed the bed or something. And she's like, yeah, but but no. She was great, okay. But I was, you know, I'm like 17 or whatever, and even in that state, I was telling her, the nicest woman I ever saying, "Fuck you, bitch." Yeah, fuck you, bitch. You ain't seeing this. You're not. And I was still trying to fight, even though I was
not like, getting this little white willy.
I didn't have any strength or whatever, and I've heard all those stories. And then I would go into the bath, the toilet. People and then I'd lock the door, and then no one could come in. I was and then I lay by the door. So I was still trying to. It was weird. No, I was even though I told them and stuff, and I couldn't. I still wanted to sort of. It to still happen. I was trying to block the hell. It was really weird, but there's some crazy stories, and I can't remember them. But you know, people tell me.
This, though, to be fair, has brought back a lot of stories. Like literally, on the next episode, I could reel off 3 stories. That would
on the next episode, you were going to have a black dick about.
Well, as long as it stays fucking way over there,
going down your fucking throat.
Well, bloody well, I'm not.
And remember, it's not gay if someone else.
That's not
pushes it in.
That's not what I've heard, really. So, any dicks in mouths is pretty gay to me.
So yeah.
You got the white one though.
We've
right?
ended this on another. Well, not another, but the white one.
You got the white dick, right?
I'm not sure yet. I've been on Amazon and I'm still weighing up the options. You know what I mean? Because literally weighing them up, which is going to be right. No, because I'm going for girth rather than length.
Well,
because I want to give them a show. That's what it's all about. I want them to. You know, so
great.
And it wasn't here, but he's a man of his word, and he did accept the challenge. If he doesn't get a comment back,
I'm pretty sure
from Stevie Weeby,
I never agreed.
He's
to
taking a black one
in mouths.
So
it's black, is it right?
I'm not sure.
Decided,
no, I'm not sure. But he's taking one.
Great colour there.
So yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's see what happens next week. There's going to be no dicks in mouths, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a funny one because I can remember some funny stories. And
we'll make a note of them.
Yeah.
Actually bring those notes to the table. I've got so much stuff I wanted to go through today, and somehow we've gone off road and we haven't.
Well, that's good, you know, that's good. It's good to get off road.
But maybe we can record another one earlier, towards the end of this week. Because the quicker we get to that episode, the quicker you've failed your mission.
I think
we didn't put a time on it. We didn't put a date on it.
Yeah,
we just said by the next episode. Technically, this is the next episode because the one went unrecorded because of the mic.
Well, there's no dick here, so
there's no dick there.
There's no dick.
So
there. So I'm safe this week, and there's going to be no dicks in mouths next week. I can assure you that. So yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
Yep.
Let's get the hell out of here, and I'll bring back some funny times next episode.
Anything you want us to talk about, comment below. Yep, and we will fit you in. He'll fit something in next week.
I flipping will not be fitting anything in. Not no black willies anyway.
He absolutely will. Okay, yeah, and watch Bone Tomahawk. Okay, peace.